Hello, my name is Heidi Hansey, and I'll be talking to you today about the career choice of becoming a public health social worker. This is me and my family. We live in Wheatland, Wyoming. I'm majoring in psychology, and I'm about 2 semesters away from graduating. So what does a public health social worker do? A public health social worker is responsible for increasing the overall well-being of populations and communities by identifying issues and generating solutions. They do this through community health program management and evaluation, researching new health interventions and implementing them, researching population accessibility to services and tools, advocating for the underserved with government and other agencies to secure improvements, creating health education campaigns, and more. So as you can see, it's quite the marriage between public health and social work. So what kind of education do you need to work in this field? You need a master's degree or higher in social work or public health. They also have dual master's programs out there. They are not as plentiful as just simply a social work or public health master's program, but they do exist and they are very, very helpful in getting into this field. You technically can do this job with a bachelor's degree, but most employers will require a master's degree or higher in social work and/or public health. And if you choose to go the master's in social work route, you should optimize the degree through becoming a licensed clinical social worker. So how does this relate to my psychology degree? A bachelor's degree in psychology will give me the general foundation I need to gain a master's in social work and to be effective in my work. It will also be a springboard into my eventual doctorate in health psychology. So why did I choose my bachelor's in psychology? One, I absolutely love psychology. It is definitely more of a hobby than a degree to me. I absolutely love it. I love learning so much about it, and it is thoroughly enjoyable to me. It's also the major I was furthest along in. I took a break between the birth of my daughter and to about a year ago, so about 4 years off. And I definitely kind of had to go with what I already had kind of built up because I'm trying to get into the workforce as soon as possible. So this was my best option. It also gives my skills in my future career more depth. So since I'm becoming a social worker, it's going to give more dimension and depth to the skills that I already have than if I had majored in social work. So it gives me a little bit more depth and versatility. And also, I eventually want to get a doctorate in health psychology. So having a base in psychology, kind of important. So the book listed some typical reasons for majoring in psychology. Those were enthusiasm for the subject, which I definitely met the criteria for, desire to enter the profession, a foundation for further education, which was also one of my reasons, job preparation, kind of fell in with mine as well, career and academic psychologist, prepare for teaching, self-exploration, career in social work also falls with me, career in industrial organization and psychology, and it's the easiest degree. Technically, that's one of my reasons, not because it's easy, but it was the easiest for me because of my how far along I was in my degree. So that was one of my reasons too. Well, I hope you learned something today about being a public health social worker. And if you have any questions for me about public health social work, I would be willing to answer them or point you in the right direction to find your answers. So thank you very much.